Eveline, the witch. The rain was falling incessantly as I ventured through the dark streets of the small town of Ravenswood. Since I was a child, when I saw my recently buried grandmother's ghost in my room, I became interested in paranormal subjects. After all, there was no escaping it. My name is Tom Stewart. I'm an investigator and specialist in supernatural events, and I decided to investigate the mysterious disappearances and deaths that plagued the community of this town, seeking answers to this terrifying enigma. People in Ravenswood had been found dead, their bodies withered, practically skeletal, without eyes. The deaths were becoming more frequent, and many residents had already abandoned the town. While talking to the oldest citizens, I heard something about a legend involving the malevolent ghost of a woman named Eveline. She had been condemned as a witch in the late 18th century, but supposedly her death did not put an end to her diabolical acts. She cursed the town, promising to return and take revenge on all those who condemned her. Many said that the witch's ghost fed on innocent souls to sustain her existence beyond death. The chilling story unfolded before me. I discovered that Eveline was not just an ordinary witch, but a malevolent creature who committed countless horrendous crimes in her lifetime. Ancient accounts mention macabre rituals and human sacrifices carried out by her ruthless hands. Determined to unravel the truth, I delved into tireless research, examining ancient records, and flipping through pages yellowed by years of neglect. Each written word brought to light the dark and sinister history of this terrible witch. Eveline was condemned for kidnapping and murdering adults and children, whose blood and limbs were used in her macabre rituals. The witch used the most terrible means to kill her victims, sparing them no pain or suffering. When Eveline was captured by the authorities, books of black magic were found, in which the instruction was, the more her victims suffered, the more powers would be granted to the author of the evil rituals. As I continued with my investigation, an evil presence became increasingly evident and constant. Shadows danced around me, accompanied by chilling whispers that sent shivers down even the bravest of hearts. As night fell, unsettling sounds filled the air, echoing in my ears as a constant reminder that I was being watched. One night, while exploring an abandoned shed, Eveline's presence terrifyingly revealed itself. A cold wind swept through the area, extinguishing the flames of the lamp that lit my way. Suddenly, I felt a cold hand touch my shoulder, a touch that pierced my skin and froze my soul. The atmosphere was filled with sinister laughter, echoing in every corner of the place. I turned in panic, coming face to face with Eveline's pale and translucent figure. Her eyes were empty, emanating a profound evil that penetrated every fiber of my being. She floated before me, an insane specter seeking revenge. With each step I took back, Eveline drew closer, and her malevolent laughter intensified. Her skeletal fingers pointed in my direction, emanating a wicked energy that sucked the life force out of me. I felt myself weakening, my breath becoming increasingly difficult. With one final effort, I summoned all my strength and recited ancient words of protection I had learned from sacred books against witchcraft. The power of the words seemed to weaken Eveline's evil spirit. She momentarily retreated, emitting a piercing scream that echoed through the empty corridors of the abandoned building. I realized that this was the crucial moment to confront her once and for all. With a vial of holy water in hand, I advanced toward Eveline, determined to banish her once and for all. The sacred liquid seemed to hold power over the darkness that enveloped the vengeful witch. As I approached, Eveline's figure trembled and convulsed, trying to resist the purity of the holy water. Her empty eyes were filled with hatred and despair, but I refused to be intimidated. I knew it was the opportunity to free the town from her dark dominion. I poured the holy water over her, and with each drop, she writhed in pain. High-pitched and agonizing screams escaped her lips as the divine liquid consumed her ethereal form. The room filled with dark smoke, and the smell of blood permeated the air. Finally, purifying flames engulfed Eveline's spirit. The sound of her last scream echoed like a lament for her imminent defeat. Her ethereal body disintegrated, turning into ashes that scattered in the air, taking with them the curse that had haunted her for so many years. Silence dominated the abandoned shed. Eveline's malevolent presence had been eradicated, and the heavy atmosphere gradually dissipated. Ravenswood finally found peace. The town was freed from the vengeful ghost and the clutches of her cruel actions. The disappearances ceased, and the residents could breathe a sigh of relief, knowing they were free from the evil that had plagued them for so long.